Currently, look, if you come here, if you perform, if you work here for a year, let's so to say, you're gonna climb up the ladder. You're gonna get into lead position.
Hello and welcome back to our channel. My name is Jörg, which is German for George, here at Find a Job in Germany in Berlin. And with me today is, as always and usually, my colleague and partner and
friend
Tammo. We are here now to share today a couple of insights about career development in general. Tammo, we had a question today from a guy, Srihari, from India. He's asking, I want to move to Germany and I want to stay on the same kind of level and role that I'm currently working at my company in India. Is it possible to do that?
Yeah, we actually, not only he's asking that, we get that question quite a lot, to be frank, in all our calls. Staying with this example, in his example, he's a senior backend developer, not a senior backend developer, he's a lead backend developer. He's currently leading, I think, a team of 3 guys of 8 people each, so quite a lot of responsibility. He has like 14 years of work experience and he has been in lead roles, I think, for the last 5 or 6 years. So he wants to move to Germany with his family and obviously he's looking for lead positions here as well. Mm-hmm. What do we then tell Srihari and guys who are asking those questions, Jörg?
In principle, the possibility exists, but you need to get a realistic picture, especially when it comes to the perspective of the Germans that will look at your CV throughout the hiring process. In principle, I would say yes, and you can disagree if you like. The chances are good if really it's, I would say, a 99% match of what they're looking for and what you bring to the table. Not just in terms of skills, but also industry experience, also people management skills in this example. But maybe you want to add on to that.
So what I usually say then is, yes, that is possible, but there has to be the right position at the right time. Mm-hmm. So staying with his example, he is working for a major health insurance startup in the US, and he's leading the team there. So let's just assume there's a very similar company here in Germany, same business model, same tech stack as well, who are looking for a lead developer. Then, yes, it is possible that he comes to Germany, that he starts here straight off with the same position he has right now in India. But the possibility that that happens is very small. I mean, It happened to guys in our program, but usually what I advise, okay, let's step down, one step. Let's brand you as a senior software engineer, senior backend engineer. Also highlight that you are leading a team right now, but let's also apply for senior software engineering positions. And this makes sense because of, I would say, mainly 2 things. First of all, it makes sense because the number of jobs for senior software engineering positions is way higher. So there are more opportunities waiting for you. Mm-hmm. I mean, naturally, the more you climb up the ladder, the thinner the air gets. That means if you really want to come here, don't wait for years until the right position comes. Rather, take the step, apply also for senior software engineering position, and that will make it way easier. The second thing why this makes sense is because salary, if you compare a senior software engineer and a lead position, the difference of salary is usually not that high. And Jörg, you know what it means. I mean, if you're earning 80 or 85,000 a year, that doesn't make a huge difference for your net salary in Germany, right?
It does not, no.
It's
exactly.
like 150 to 200 euros net in your pocket difference a month. So regarding salary, I mean, it is not, it doesn't really make a big difference.
What Tammo is also referring to, what I like to call coming here is the hard part. You might want to consider both options of looking at jobs which perfectly fit the level and the degree of skills that you're currently in, as well as maybe widening the scope by allegedly, supposedly, it's not downgrading, and don't feel like it's downgrading, really widening the scope to make strategy B work. This is something that Tammo is really also pointing out here.
And
you just want to make sure that you get options to choose from in the first place. And maybe that has to come with a certain compromise. And I would never call it a sacrifice or anything. Once you're here, the game is going to be completely different.
exactly. So first of all, moving abroad is always a long-term decision. I come to that in a second, but another thing what you need to consider, I mean, you are moving to a new job market. You're moving to a new work culture where people speak a lot of German. That does not mean you need to speak German. That's a different story. We have a lot of videos about that. But you move to a complete new country. First of all, the first year for you will be quite challenging anyway. There will be so many new impressions you're going to make, so many things you're going to learn, and it takes a while to adapt. I mean, there's this cultural shock which you can experience, all those kind of things. So moving abroad, first of all, the first year, especially if you come with a family, it's complicated, right? So you have to take care of a lot of things. Secondly, it's a long-term decision, because what do we see with the people who are here now, like who came through our program, who are here now for a couple of years? Yeah. So what happened to a lot of them?
Maybe those of you who've been following us for quite some time know that we issue success stories on a regular basis, and we do stay in touch with folks, especially if they're in Berlin, because our office is in Berlin, and people drop by every once in a while, which is kind of cool. We know that people came here as JavaScript full-stack engineers. I can only think of Shankara now, and then we met him a couple of months ago now for him to tell us that he was now promoted and now running a cloud engineering project. So in terms of skills, in terms of salary, in terms of power, or let's say power to shape at the company on the project, it's definitely been an upgrade. And that is now looking into this 2.5 years.
Yeah. And we hear that story quite frequently. Look, if you come here, if you perform, if you work here for a year, let's so to say, you're gonna climb up the ladder. You're gonna get into lead position. You get more responsibilities. That is for sure. Your salary will increase, and this is why, if you want responsibility, take a step back, come here, adjust with the work culture, see if you like it here. Settle here, and then after 1.5 years, you're going to climb up the ladder either within your company, or maybe after 2 or 3 years, you're going to switch companies. That's also possible, of course. That is where you make a big jump as well regarding salary, and then you also get back to lead roles.
Exactly. And then you're going to have that experience in your CV. That means German corporate experience with German, where Germans are going to look at it differently. They're just going to. And maybe this is stereotyping, or maybe this is prejudice-based. Yes, I totally get it, but we can't change that as long as Brigitte from German HR doesn't see that you have that relevant, concrete, hands-on German project experience with a German company. It may be still difficult for you. That is going to change. That is going to make the difference, because you're going to see you're used to the processes, you're used to the quality standards, you are up to the level that is necessary, you know what it takes, and in terms of quality, you are able just to deliver as well as anyone else.
And one point also, we spoke about salaries, only a little bit less. Also see the work-life balance part. If you come here the first year, I mean, usually roles with less responsibility, at least not with leading a team and so on, also come with a much better work-life balance for German standard. That means a lot of days of holidays, a lot of time to travel, to see Europe, to settle. That is also something you should consider. I mean, you're not coming to a new country just to work, I don't know, 80 hours a week. You don't do that here, but you just also want to see something. You want to settle, you want to find time for family and so on. So my advice, if you're serious about moving abroad, don't make it too much about, I have a lead position right now, I want to have a lead position there as well. That's not the point. You need to see the overall picture. And at least if you're on our program, we're gonna evaluate each and any offer you get in an offer call, so we make sure you make an educated decision, and you make a decision which, for your long-term career, is the best possible decision you can take.
Absolutely. And just so you know, we're really trying not to lure you into anything. We're really, really keeping on, also in 2024, giving everyone a realistic picture of what it means to really come here, really to work here. And this is our share. And this is why we're trying to really touch on all these issues. If you feel you want this, go ahead, book a get to know call with us. Paul from our team is going to call you. He's going to assess your skills a little bit. For that, you need to have watched a video for which you find the link underneath this clip. The video training will also tell you exactly what you need to bring to the table and how to proceed, how to book a call with us, and then reach out if you like. Thank you so much for following. Thank you so much, Tammo, for sharing.
Thank you.
And we'll be in touch soon with another career clip. All the best. Take care.
See you soon. Bye-bye. Ciao.